What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning on in. I'm guessing you clicked on this one because you need help hitting further up on the ball. You want to improve your attack angle and you want to hit further drives. I'm going to show you how to do all of those today. Let's get right into the video. So tip number one, you have probably seen all over YouTube and Google, but don't swipe off this video just yet. The final 3 drills that I'm going to show you are my personal built and implemented drills that helped me go from my -5 attack angle all the way up to +15. So our first tip is this stupid head cover in front of the golf ball drill. You basically take your head cover, you put it around 2 feet or so in front of your golf ball, and that is going to be a visual aid that you need to hit over to start improving your attack angle. I firmly believe everyone should try any drill, see if they get the hang of it, see if it helps them at all. This one didn't work for me at all, but that's not going to stop me from showing it to you. So the theory here is that if you've got an item a couple feet in front of the golf ball, and if you hit it, you're hitting down on your driver with a negative attack angle, and if you clear the item, you're hitting up on the golf ball with a positive attack angle. This isn't an exact science, which is why I don't love this drill, but let's show you a demo of it right now. Okay, so somehow it still cleared the head cover, but it was only 0.4. That was probably, if I could slow-mo that, we're talking millimeters above that head cover. But you get the idea. Let's tee this ball up a little bit higher and show you how to clear this head cover. We're going to mend tip number 2 into tip number 1 here because you can see that I've teed the golf ball up higher. So that's going to be your next drill is go get yourself some 4-inch tees, start teeing up that ball higher, and mentally it's going to force you to start hitting further up on the golf ball. Now, caution, use a driver that you don't necessarily care about because you will sky a lot of balls and you might get some scuff marks on the top of your driver. So since we have a 4-inch tee, we can move this head cover significantly closer to the ball, and I'm confident that I'll still hit over that head cover with it only being less than a foot in front of the golf ball. Let's try it out. Just like that. So we have a 12.4 degree attack angle. We were at 0.4. We even center punched that at a 1.50 smash factor. So let's move on to tip number, I guess, 3, because we already kind of talked about tip number 2 with the tee height in that one. This one actually helped me a ton, and it's something I implemented in my everyday round of golf as well. So when you address the ball, pay attention to your shoulder height. Most people address the ball with your shoulders very neutral to target or even slightly pointed down. What we really want to do, and I might just close off my stance a little bit here so you can see the grip of my club pointed upwards. So this is kind of the shoulder tilt that you want. That's going to help keep your weight behind the ball, keep your body mass behind the ball, and let you hit further up on it. So something to know for the best angle for your shoulders to be at, because you don't want to be like this, right? So address the golf ball, take your trail hand, slide it down your trail knee, and when you get to around your knee, stop there. Now take the golf club, keep your shoulders at that angle, and see what angle that your shoulders are at that point. See that it's pointing to the sky? All right, so let's demonstrate the difference between our 2 shoulder heights. Okay, so we're going to start off with the average golfer. We're going to be a very neutral, or if not even pointed down on the shoulder angle. And then the second shot will move to our upward angle that I just showed. So we're going to try and do this with my tall tee. I may just end up skying it, but we'll see. So you line up to the golf ball. Most people have their shoulders kind of pointed down or neutral to target, which looks a little like this. Okay, so see how that's -2.7? Now let's implement our shoulder tilt and see what it goes up to. Okay, so we address our ball. We're going to take our trail hand, slide it down the trail knee, Grab our golf club, that's our shoulder angle, okay. Up to 11.7, just like that. Let's move on to tip number 4. This is my favorite drill. It's the one that helped me the most in getting my angle of attack differences. The reason I'm not saving it as like the best for last is because I actually believe tip number 5 is something that you can do on every golf shot and will, over the long period of time, be the biggest change for you. So let's show you tip number 4. This is not something that you do at full speed. Most changes in golf happen as a feel versus real sort of thing. They're not something that you implement at full speed. You do quarter swings, half swings, three-quarter swings, you know, and then make your way into it. So pay attention to my legs as we get into this. My face is probably going to be out of the shot, but we'll have the audio and then I'll overlay the results after we hit. So tip number 4, we're going to address the golf ball. Now pay attention to my legs on this one. You want 80% of your weight on your lead side. This is only a drill to do at the range or at a simulator. This is not something you're doing at the course. It's definitely not something we're doing at full speed. We're going to have 80% of our weight on the lead foot. You're going to bring the club back to about hip height, and then on the follow through, you're just coming down and you're just going to jump off of that lead side. Get all your body mass behind the ball before impact. Hip height, weight there, jump up and back. This is going to be a huge difference. If you've only ever seen negative numbers on a launch monitor, this immediately is going to make you see positive numbers. Weight, lead side, hip height, jump up and back. So that's 12.4 and a 1.52 smash factor. How is that? That's unbelievable. I mean, it's only 73 miles an hour of club speed, but let's show you that one more time. Once you start getting this down, instead of hip height, you can go kind of shoulder height, come down and do the same thing. So let's show you shoulder height. So there's a shoulder height, 1.51 smash at that time, on fire with centering the ball up. That's 10.9. Again, weight, lead side. We're going to try a full swing. So that is tip number 4. Let's move into probably the most beneficial. Is going to be something you can implement on every single drive. You can do it at the range. You can do it on the course. That's why I think this is the most beneficial tip for anyone, and it's something that helped me immensely. This is going to be another lower body and kind of looking at the golf ball tip. So my upper body and head is going to be out of the shot, but pay attention to where my driver lines up at this golf ball. So tip number 5, this is where you'd normally line up your driver. This is how you see every person line up their driver, okay? Well, if you have a negative attack angle, what's happening is when you contact the ball, your driver is coming in, and the lowest point of your driver, sorry, I just want to miss the golf ball there, the lowest point of your driver is after the golf ball. It's down here, right? You want the lowest point of your driver to be back here so that you're hitting up on the ball. Well, it's hard to do that if you're hitting the golf ball here, right there, and your driver is at its lowest point here. Well, maybe let's pretend you're hitting the golf ball here. So now, if you pretend you're hitting the ball here, move your feet back a little bit. This ball is going to be closer to your front foot in the stance, and you put your driver here. Now, when you come through, if visually you say, I'm hitting the ball here, well, now the club will finally be traveling up when it actually hits the golf ball. So let's take a look at these two differences. This is how you'd normally hit it. And this is maybe a little bit steep. Okay. Oh, my Lanta! Another 152. Unreal for the program. Let's go. Okay. Anyway, we're not paying attention to that. We're looking at that 3.5 degree attack angle, okay? Now, let's take that same exact shot, but if we put the driver here, which means we have to shimmy our stance back a little bit, Now you're gonna hit way further up on it because mentally you're saying, I'm hitting the golf ball here. You could even put an item here, like there's a little piece of fluff right here. You could put it right at that face of that driver and say, okay, that's the golf ball. I'm gonna pretend to hit that, and let's see how it goes. 12.8 up on it at a 148 smash. That is tip number 5, everybody. I hope you enjoyed these. Let me know down in the comments if any of these tips and tricks that you can implement helped your angle of attack. I truly think you do one evening or one weekend session of these, you'll go from a negative to a positive immediately. Let me know what else you want to see down in the comments below. Until next time, have a good one.